Today we're going to make some dirty Parmesan crusted chicken.
It's chicken Parmesan.
Crusted stuff.
It's chicken Parmesan.
Well, you get the breading and the crusting and the stuff. What we didn't cover here because she was getting ahead of me is that we went ahead and I took these chicken breasts, cleaned them up, removed the excess fat, and then we made sure they were thin. So we went ahead and we took any of the thick ones and just kind of gave them a nice thin slice. So what she's going to do now is she's going to tenderize the meat for the next step here.
Should I use the flat side?
No, probably the one with the pokey bits. Probably the small pokey bits. Now, of course, this requires literally beating your meat. Make sure to beat your meat really good. Make sure you enjoy beating said meat. Very good. Beat that meat. Okay, now that she's successfully beat off her meat, we're going to move on to the next stage here. A couple of things I did to prepare ahead of time too is I freshly grated some Parmesan cheese and freshly grated some mozzarella. You definitely get better flavor if you shred it yourself. And we got one of them fancy dangly freaking grindery spinema thingers, you know, and it does a real good job. We are using cheap chicken, though. These are just, you know, frozen breasts from Walmart in one of them big old grab bags, but honestly, I don't really notice a difference there. So we got 2 eggs in a bowl here. And what is the next process?
You just scramble them up, or whisk them up.
I think scramble would be an appropriate term, too. I mean, that's how you make scrambled eggs anyways, right? We're beating the meat. Now we got this good slapping sound going here.
1 egg or 2 eggs. I guess it depends on how much chicken you're doing. I just,
We did 2 eggs for... I mean, we essentially got, what, a little more than 2 breasts, essentially. We'll kind of cut them in half, so it's kind of about 5 pieces. I mean, once again, it's the Walmart bag chicken, so the breasts are by no means any normal size.
So then I just have these flatter casserole dishes. So the egg is going to go into one of them.
Okay.
And then...
Alright, so now she's got the eggs into that thing there, and...
Now I'm adding a cup of breadcrumbs, like the Italian ones.
These are the Italian panko, so they got a little extra seasoning in them. They smell pretty good.
Yeah, so just like...
A cup of those.
Yeah. And then... I guess I didn't need this.
It's okay, just put that aside.
And then this is where you add... It says half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Okay, I say that's the parm, yep.
I don't know, just kind of...
That's probably about half a cup.
Then you add your seasonings to this. So...
Salt has a child safety lock here. There we go.
So, some salt. Some pepper. I don't have oregano, so I'm just going to do some Italian seasoning.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's got oregano and basil and whatnot in it, so...
Well, in the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs are
They're
flavored,
seasoned anyways, yeah,
so
it's not going to need much.
A little bit of onion powder.
But we like a little extra onion and garlic, so... It's part of being a Minnesotan.
You want to grab me a fork?
Fork? Sure.
I'll just mix it up. If you feel like it might need more Parmesan cheese, add a little bit
Probably
more.
pretty good. Now, does the mozzarella get mixed in there, or is that a separate step?
Mozzarella is going on top of it after it's done cooking, and that's the broiling stage.
Okay.
So we can talk about that
when we get there.
I don't know. I mean, that's probably mixed up good enough.
All right. All right.
Now we're going to coat it in the egg, both sides.
Put it in the crunchy smell good mixture.
Make sure it's really coated good. And then
so just get all these nice and coated. Okay, so now we'll go to prep the chicken. So we got it all breaded up. Little olive oil spray. I'm sure canola oil would be fine too, but...
and if you don't have canola, spray olive oil.
Or butter. Or just lube. Well, you know, edible lube. Make sure you use edible lube.
So, cookie sheet with foil.
There we go. And then there's cats looking for scraps. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Molly. Oop. Ups. You want it? You want it? Fatties. Alright, what's next?
So now, this goes in the oven for 15 minutes at 400.
Okay, do you need to put anything else on top of them yet or not yet?
No, that'll
that'll be the broiling stage.
All right. Coating seems to be good enough.
Okay.
So we took it out of the oven after like almost 20 minutes. Cut this one open and it's cooked. It was the thickest, so I'm sure the rest of them are fine.
She went ahead before I restarted filming here and flipped them over.
Yeah, you need to flip them over. Hold that thought.
Okay. Gotta have the garlic.
So now you're going to put your oven to broil. And you're going to pour some pasta sauce.
Ooh, chunky.
Over the top. It says a 1/4 cup for each piece of chicken, but it's like...
You just gotta coat it.
Yeah. Probably put this in the fridge. I don't know if I'll end up using it again, but...
Well, if we toss it later, we toss it later. If we save it for now, we might be able to use it.
And now...
The mozzarella.
Yep. Generous amount, I guess. And then I guess, like, if we want to, you can sprinkle
A little extra Parmesan for that extra little snap to it.
Yeah. This is probably more cheese than you're supposed to do, but...
Well, this is America. I mean, you know.
Now, you're putting it back in the oven in the broil setting until it gets brown, so like 2 to 4 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, so it probably won't take much.
And I'll show you when it's done.
Yeah. All right, there we go. We just pulled these bad chickens, pun intended, out of the broil, and it looks pretty good. Time to serve up some tasty victuals. There we go. Serve with a side of garlic knots and E85 and a little Terminator. We're good to go. Bon appetit. Titty.